Well, hello once again, and welcome back to Nathan Plays Super Metroid. My name is Nathan, and this is Super Metroid for your Super Nintendo Entertainment System. In the previous episode, we beat up a space ghost on the wrecked ship. You can see we've been Crateria, Brinstar, Norfair. There is one area below us that we have not visited yet, and then there's that one mysterious dot right in the middle, well, dot, hexagon. But for now, we're exploring wrecked ship. Beating up the space ghost turned the power back on. Yes, it made things a bit more dangerous, but it's nothing we can't handle. Okay, well, here we are. We grabbed this already, I think. Looks like it, because we've been in here. Yes, we did. Just making sure. It was a week ago, man. I don't remember. So now we're going to go all the way up to the top of the ship. Ow. So my charged flippy jump attack cannot take out one of those molecules. I don't know what they're called. Again, I think I mentioned last time, I don't know the actual canon names of basically anything in this game. Except the bosses. But we're going up, up, up. Because there's a very, very important item we want to find. Now, once you get here... For missiles even. Boy, oh boy. Greedy. You're now in a long hallway, and you'll notice the door below me has locked. There are doors on the far left and right sides. They are also locked until I eliminate everything in this room. I'm not sure why they chose to structure it this way, but they did. There's really nothing super good to the right. I think it's just missiles. I don't usually go in there. You don't need to. It's fine. One thing that I miss, when you play ROM hacks of this game, they'll often incorporate a little bit of a quality of life feature that was introduced in Metroid Prime, which is that if there's a pickup floating there and you charge your beam, it'll float towards you. Metroid Prime, it makes sense because it's a big 3D area. You can shoot stuff that's way out of your reach. Here, it's just nice. So we're out here. I'm carefully jumping on these rocks, but I don't have to because you can just fall down and there's ground down here. There's a missile pickup way up there if you want to get it, but I don't. And we want to. And there's one over here, but I forget exactly where that is. Oh, you have to power. Okay, whatever. I'm not doing that. We can just do this. Again, I'm going to bypass a bunch of the missiles because you don't need all of them. Unless you're doing a 100% run. We're actually going this way. Now, if you explore the ship a little more, you'll be able to see some of what we're going to see from the other side, and you're supposed to wonder, how do I get there? And then start to explore outside of the ship, and then find this way back in. For instance, you can stand on top of this thing from the outside and go, what? Where's that go? It's not on my map. It's a big, long room. Door's locked again. So we gotta do lots of this. Ow. Or we could fail at it. And there's this guy. What do you want? You're not sitting. You're standing like the others. Let's try this. There we go. I'm gonna take us for a ride. Down through some stairs that we cannot access otherwise. And there we go. Thanks for the ride. We're going in here. It's... Gravity suit. It's the gravity suit. We have a cool new purple highlight going on. We are now able to move freely within water. Regular damage is also cut down a little bit again. And we can withstand certain lava. Just for fun, we're going to take this little detour. It's just part of my route. Knock these guys out of the way, and they make a very convenient platform for you. Let's grab this missile. But what's this? Perhaps there is more here than meets the eye. Yay. Jump up here. You have to do that because that's a speed block there, as you see. And now, don't be fooled. I'll just jump over there and grab that. There's a pit right in the middle of the room. One more reserve tank. It's another reserve tank. So yeah, again, these are the tanks that function as basically extra energy tanks that are refillable like the others, but you can only fill them up when you're full on your regular energy. It's it's not functionally that much different from just finding more energy tanks, but you can, like, I don't know, it feels like a neat feature. And then we pop out here and it just dumps us back into where we came into the ship area. But now, look at this. We can move underwater like it's nothing. We can grab this, oh jeez. Okay, I'll just shoot it then, for goodness sakes. We can grab this missile that's down here in the corner. And now we're basically done with wrecked ship. There are one or two other things to get there, but we got the good stuff. We got the super missiles. That's the thing I really like. We still gonna do this. And now that we've turned the power back on, this conveyor works. It didn't before. Okay, we're going to pass through this time. Turn our missiles on. Whoa. Nah, I was looking away for a second while I recorded. This room is very tricky. And I will probably pooch it. Yeah, I already did. There, a lot of spikes. Can really ruin your day. Broken pipes everywhere. That's the obvious way out, but we're going to go a little bit higher because why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Being attacked by falling sparks. I don't think I've pointed out about the cracked grapple beam blocks. They are ones that you can only grapple from for a limited amount of time before they break. So you gotta do what you came to do quickly. Move on. And they'll come back eventually, but they'll basically just drop you for a second. There's a bunch of spikes down there and some mean old fish. We don't want to do it. We don't want to do it. There we go. Wrecked ship. And now we're on the other side of it with our big hero music playing. So as you can see, my health is at 99. But I'm still picking up health pickups because I'm filling up the reserve tanks. Whatever. If you try to get here without the gravity suit, you will have a very, very difficult time. I won't say impossible because speedrunners can do just crazy, crazy things in this game, but, whatever. Let's grind. Hey, knock it off. So here's kind of a cool labyrinth type room. Lots and lots of ways to go. Even with the X-ray scope, you're, you know, looking all over the place. There's some breakable one-way blocks there. What do we do? Just remember, ignore most of it. And go to this indentation right here. And you're through. It's the elevator to a brand new area. Love that hum. Ow. Alright, well, welcome to Maridia. This place is confusing. And there are some rooms that you'll sort of loop through and come back to. There are also traps that will redirect you, and it's very, very easy to lose your bearings. Even when you play this lots and lots of times. Yeah, give me that. There's a thing that's going to try and grab me out of there and pull me down. And that's one of the loops I'm talking about, where you end up in a couple rooms below and you have to work your way back up to here, basically. I don't remember what the intended way for this is anymore. Oh, jeez. This is how I do it now. I'm trying to get to the other side of this wall, basically. And we'll just do that. To me, it's easiest if I just kind of pop through and just wall kick up there. But I actually don't remember what you're meant to do there. I hope that you, dear viewer, have not been leaning on this as like a how-to guide for completing this game. You can pick up some tips and tricks, to be sure, but some of this you may have to figure out on your own for the intended strategy, because... Now, do I do. We do this now. Let's go do this now. These rooms are a pain, because this sand, you can see, is pushing me down the sand falls. And then the quicksand at my feet is pulling me down, and I have to jump constantly. Plus, you have those guys are chucking things at you. And it's a matter of knowing, like when you're in the sand, you sink down a bit. You can't do your full jump when you're at the bottom. So you have to move, sort of jump repeatedly to get to the top. And then you have to feel when you're going to be at the top. So we're going to break this grapple block. And you have a very limited window of being on top of the sand where you can get your full jump and basically get lucky to get through there. Is my plan. It's not really a plan. Scoot up here, get to that ledge before these things mob you, because they'll just knock you back down otherwise. Very annoying. And then go through this stuff. This is neat. This is genuinely one of my favorite things about this game. You get in here, you see this guy, and you go, whatever. Out of my way, fool. Wait, what was I supposed to do here? Oh, there's a power bomb wall, no problem. So you get that, and then it's just full of sand. And when you scan it, it's just sand. There's nothing you can do about it. And you might think, what's going on here? Well, what if we get the wall out of the way just in time for this thing to dig through it for us? This is a one-off. You never see this robot again. It looks like a gun on it, but it doesn't do anything. This is all it wants to do, is just walk and dig like this. And that always is one of the things about this game where In a time, cartridge games, you've got limited memory, you're reusing assets everywhere, and this game does too. You're reusing sprites, it's expensive to have a creature that appears exactly once and isn't a boss. You don't want to do that because you want to maximize your cartridge storage space. But here it is, we've got this guy who's here to just do this one thing in an optional puzzle so that you can get down here. Don't take the easy way, take the hard way. And you can get this one power-up that you can, I believe... It's a spring ball. I'm pretty sure you can get through the rest of the game perfectly well without it. But now when I'm in ball form, I can jump. I can jump real high. And it's nice because I don't have to lay down a little bomb and hop up every time I want to go up. It's just a lovely thing that I don't want to do without. I've soft-locked myself in that spring ball room because I didn't have the spring ball, but I went in there anyway. And if the spring ball isn't in there, it's next to impossible to get back out. At least for me. I had to reset the game. Now we can go forward. And deal with all this nonsense again. Ugh, what a pain. Okay. I love the atmosphere and the vibes in the water area, but I don't... It's frustrating to move through. There we go. I think we're going to deal with one more of those. Yeah, that's right. This one's a little shorter, if I recall. Okay, will you just... They at least give you a little more leeway in terms of, like, you can make it to the next block, and it's not all sand all the time. I think that room to the right, there's a power-up we'll get later that mitigates it really well, and you're maybe supposed to come back to it later, but you can just be stubborn, like me. Here's a clue. Look at this burst pipe thing. Think, oh, interesting. Wonder how that got that way. Why don't we get this map? It'll be fun. It's right here. So as you can see, this area is huge. And the map is invaluable for getting around. Now, your older Metroids do not show entrances and exits to rooms, which would be really, really nice. Later games in the series will show each door and their type. This one's not just going to hand that to you. You're going to figure it out. So it is still a bit confusing even with the map, because you're not sure where. You have to keep track of how the rooms link together. So these little... Let's call them Springy Boings. That's a stupid name, but I'm sticking with it. Now the music's changed. Why is that? We're back in a different area. We're here. To the right is where we fought Kraid. To the left is this pipe that we've passed through a few times by now. Now the cracked pipe that looked just like this earlier is our first clue. The second clue is when you start the game up, it shows you a little attract reel, a little demo reel of different things you can do, and one of them will show you this trick. Or you could be me, and you could have you could have watched the TV ad for this game over and over and over, where they show this as well. The ad, Nintendo is trying to have 90s attitude, and they take this scientist takes this big, like, scary looking Doberman that's all fierce and locks it in a room with this game playing on the wall. And the game is so intense and has so many graphics and megabits and action and big bosses and stuff. This game is so intense that when the scientist opens the chamber door, the snarling Doberman is now a puppy. The logic of it, actually, now that I say it out loud, it made sense in the 90s. Like, whoa, it's so extreme. It, like, the dog, it's like more intense than the dog, but then why did it turn him into a puppy? Why didn't it just calm down the adult dog? I'm thinking about this right now as I play this, and it's never occurred to me before, but that was the ad, and I loved it. I'm like, shoot, what does it say? 93, 94 in the beginning of the game? I could reset it. I should know this. I've only turned this game on a million times. Oh, shoot. I messed that one up. Okay, there's a little tiny... You can see that. It's a cross and one square down is slightly different. Right there where I'm shooting. That's your clue. As well as the map and using your eyes. That there's... you got a morph ball and you got to scoot through here. Anyway, so I'm like... I don't know, 11 or 12 or whatever when this game comes out, and I'm just rocked my world. I liked Metroid. I liked the original NES Metroid a lot. I played at my cousin's place, and I never did play Metroid 2. I remember seeing the ads for it and going, "Oh, that looks so cool! I wish I could play that," but I didn't have a Game Boy for a long time. And then this, they're heavily advertising this on TV, and I'm like, this looks like maybe one of the greatest games ever. And we finally, my older brother rented it when that was a thing you could do. From, oh boy, oh, I really pooched this one. Okay, so Mama Turtle likes to run back and forth here. And try to hit you to protect the little babies, but you're gonna let her bring you up into the air so that you can do this really weird oh no, or you can mess it up like me. There's about I get this about 6 times out of 10. There we go. You just have to let go at the right moment and then grab the E-Tank. I want the E-Tank. And here's a little tricky little one. You shoot down here. If you have the wave beam, it pops that open for you, and you grab a missile. Anyway, my older brother rented it from Canadian Tire, of all places. Now, non-Canadians listening to this may not know what Canadian Tire is. Basically, kind of a automotive parts and general household goods type store. I've actually never bought tires from Canadian Tire, but a lot of people do. And in our town, Canadian Tire used to operate. There was a minute where they operated a video rental store right around the corner from their main business. You could rent movies and video games. I'm pretty sure that's where Corey would have rented from. He had an account there. That's also my brother Corey and I rented. I hope he doesn't mind me doxing him like this. We rented this room. Okay. We'd heard really good things about The Nightmare Before Christmas. We rented it on VHS, and we took it home and watched it, and it was just really... we both looked at each other and went, huh? Afterward. That was weird, and I don't think we really loved it. I've come to an appreciation of the movie later in life, like the artistry and the silliness of it and stuff, but it was... I was not ready. It was the most bizarre thing I'd ever seen at that time. Anyway, this has been... There we go. Feels good. Oh, and then missed the last jump. Come on. Come on. This is one of my worst rooms in the game. Just the whole thing just irritates me. There's different ways you can go. I've bypassed a few doors. It's mostly missile pickups and stuff we're not really going to worry about. This room, the map wants you to go up. You know, you're looking up. You're seeing this guy come down from above. But then that dude. What? Oh. See, this is how the game leads you in all these different ways of... How would you know to go there? Well, somebody comes up from the bottom, and that's your clue that, oh, maybe I can get in there. Some power bomb blocks. We're going to get out of the way. We'll grab this save. It's because it's been a minute. We're going to work our way toward the boss. Jump right up here. Grab this. It's another missile. It's right here. But what we're really here for is, again, we're going to hop over that little innocuous looking stretch of pipe. So we can grab this. Oh no, I fell. And it sends you down. And all you would have to do is just do it again. But so it's another one of these kind of maze rooms where once you know the way to go, it's actually quite... You can get it, you got to get up, and then you use the grapple beam to get across the top of it. It's not bad. Metroids. They're Metroids, but they're only one red, and they're really weak, and you can defeat them with a regular beam. I think this is what I do here. My headcanon for these things, or maybe this is actual canon. I actually have no idea. My headcanon is that they, the space pirates were trying to clone the Metroids, and these are their unsuccessful clones. Mini boss time. It's this guy. He's gonna pop out of these holes, swim around. You gotta hit him right in the head. Pop out of the holes, and occasionally he's gonna spit green stuff at us. I'm going to try and hit it with reliable super missile shots. Missed one. That's a freebie. You can also just use your regular charge beam. And I'll probably do that now, just because it gets so fast. And then you're not wasting ammunition if you get it wrong. Oh, see? Yep. Yeah, got me. There we go. And there we go. That pops open the wall for you there. And you're moving on. Not too bad. This room's kind of interesting. You take out these little dudes, little slime boys, and then jump. If you have the, oh, don't go down there. That will lead you to, you can go down into another room there, and I don't want to. I just want this. That's it. There's a whole kind of path through here and stuff, but what I'd like to do is I go back. Why are we running so slow? That's weird. And then do this. Metroid, get away from me. Ah, get away. Get away. Another room that is a lot more complex, without a working knowledge of wall jumps. You can, you gotta grapple beam your way through it. There's a little known, little used in the base game, often used in ROM hacks, that you can grapple onto a panel like this, and then you are sort of, you can't swing anymore. I can't let out, but I can jump off. I thought. Yeah, you can kind of wall kick. Oh dear. So if you're stuck, you're supposed to use that to kind of pull yourself out. Hey guys, your grapple beam will also make short work of the Metroids, which is handy because we want to have that. This is sort of an awkward wall jump. And then we'll take a quick save. We'll come back here in a second. To the right of us is a room that I'm not sure we've actually looked into this far in the game. Occasionally, you will find energy refill rooms, which we don't need, because we're just doing fine. It won't refill your reserve tanks, but it will refill your main energy tanks. There are also missile refills at certain points, but they are even more rare, I think. Oh, I fell into spikes, but it's fine. They're not real. For this room, the spikes are not there. I'm just curious. So maybe you find out when you're trying to get over them, and you miss, and you go, whoa, oh, weird. Hello. There's one in your eye. Now, this boss, whose name escapes me at this exact moment, you can fight this boss conventionally by firing tons of missiles into its belly and jumping all over the room and all this stuff. There are these things on the side. There's the little bossy babies coming in, spelling out Keiko Love, doing their little dance while these things shoot. And then once they're done distracting you with their hypnotic little dance, here comes Mama. Mama's mad. Mama wants to grab you, and you can, oh boy. Oh no. Oh, you can do this the traditional way of firing missiles into its belly and stuff. But I prefer this way. I do this as often as possible. Get your grapple beam ready. I don't think I ever get that one. I gotta wait for the upper one. And once you're close, you grapple beam into the thing. It hurts you, but it hurts her more. The fight's over. Which is too bad, because look, there's like skulls in her head and stuff. This is a really wicked design. What is this thing called? Oh, it's killing me. Shoot. This is gonna bug me all day. I think I do normally know this. Space jump. It's a space jump. And while we're here... Oh, I'm in the wrong room. Haha. What was I thinking of? There's nothing else here. Oh, our flip has changed. It's much quicker. And the thing we'll need to master to get out of this room is that we can now jump in air. Now, the timing for this is kind of weird in this game, especially compared to other games in the Metroid series. You cannot... you have sort of certain windows of time that you can jump again. And it's something that I've just sort of internalized over the years. It's not easily explained. Other games, other Metroids let you jump as much as you want. Wherever you are in the jump's arc. Like if you're a little late, it'll just drop the jump. It won't do it. It makes getting out of these a lot easier because you can just jump in the air and you're not dependent on the top surface of the sand. So this is going to get us through get us into some new fun places, and generally make it easier to get around the map. Would I like to save? Yes, I would. That is, you know what? That is where we're going to leave it for today, except to defend my honor as a Super Metroid player. I just have to quickly look up that boss on my phone here. So please bear with me. That's the third of 4 eye crystals on the statue that we saw. Come on, I know this. I'm gonna yell it into the mic as soon as I see it. It's no. Crocomire, Fantoon, Batoon, Dragon. Not what I was thinking at all. I'm sure I've seen that name, but you know what? I don't even know. Again, I'm not good on the cannon. I only play. I just work here, man. All right. Anyway, like I said, thank you ever so much for watching, and we will see you next mission.